did so in the first game here. And we'll get the announcement and the anthem here in a moment.
Who passed away this past fall. As a player, Jack had the distinction of making the first basket ever here in Knights Hall. And as a fan, he was a lifelong season ticket holder. At this time, please observe a moment of silence in memory of Jack McLemore. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now we direct everyone's attention to our nation's flag as we stand as one before today's game, and ask all gentlemen to please remove their hats as we honor the United States of America and those who serve and protect our nation both at home and around the world. We invite you to proudly sing along as the Bellarmine University Pep Band plays, and a member of the Bellarmine Athletic Hall of Fame, Kaylin Ryback, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Kaylin Ryback there with the singing of the national anthem, accompanied by the Bellarmine Pep Band. And the Knights once again had representatives from the crowd here. They went to the stands as they came out on the floor to invite a person from the stands to stay out there with them, or stand out there with them, while the national anthem was being played. That's something that they've done throughout the course of the season. We're a bit unclear as to who the exact starters for Missouri S&T will be, but we believe, based on what they did in the other night when they played against Southern Indiana, they will go with this lineup. Dulon Scott, a 6'3 freshman from Chicago, averages 7.5 points per game, is one starter. Danilo Zukov from Kiev in the Ukraine is a 6'1 senior, averages 7 points a game. He starts for the Miners. Randy Holmes, a 6'4 senior, 12 points a game from St. Louis, starts. And so does Urban Cyrilek, a 6'5 sophomore from St. Louis, who averages 7. Juwan Miller is the other starter from Kitchener, Ontario, 5'11 junior, averages 11 points per game. For Bellarmine, we know who will be starting for them. Al Davis, a 5'9 senior, the point guard from Colorado Springs, averages 12 points and leads Bellarmine in steals with 38. Rusty Troutman, who is averaging 15 points a game in conference play, 13.4 overall for the year, 6'5 senior out of Mount Washington, is just 3 points shy of moving past Jim Hall, who played at Bellarmine from 1972 through 76, into 14th place on the all-time scoring list. Tyler Jenkins, a 6'2 junior from Indianapolis, had a season-high 6 assists the other night against Drury. George Knott, who is shooting 63% from the field in conference play, the 6'5 senior from New Albany, is averaging 4 points a game. And Adam Eberhard, the 6'7 sophomore from Evansville, averaging 18 points and 7 rebounds per game. He leads Bellarmine in scoring, rebounds, and assists this year, Mark, and he has just had, well, basically an MVP type of campaign thus far for the Knights.
Yeah, all the Knights are pretty much clicking on all cylinders right now. Just hope they can keep it up the rest of this regular season into the postseason and on to South Dakota.
Patrick McGreevy is here today, helping out. He's got I tell you what, he's dressed styling and profiling.
He gave a speech. I didn't catch where he was, but he said he had to give a speech earlier today. So that's where he was. I'm going to find out here in a minute.
Very inspiring.
Exactly where he was.
He's a very inspiring young guy.
I got another key to the game, though. I forgot to mention this. Yeah, this is a huge key. Willie's grandfather, who was a big-time player here, set all kinds of records. Mr. Jim Sherfrance. He has passed away, but his birthday is today. Would be 72 years old.
Wow.
So you can't lose on Mr. Sherfrance's birthday.
No.
Was that a false alarm there, Rusty, getting over here too early?
Yeah, he came by and gave us his usual congratulatory or encouraging fist bump here, and now the rest of the Knights follow suit. One of these days we're going to be responsible for an injury here because we'll bang somebody's hand and it'll break a finger or something. But I noticed, and wisely so, the players just kind of tap us here, which is the right thing to do. All right, we'll see what S&T brings, dressed in the dark green. Bellarmine in the home white today. Good crowd on hand here this afternoon.
Not as many as we wanted, but not bad.
Boy, Eberhard got way up as that time Randy Holmes didn't even jump for S&T. Probably figured he was going to lose the tap anyway. The Miners come out man-to-man. Here's Jenkins at the top, being guarded out front by Zukov. Now Davis on the left wing to Eberhard. Dumps it low to Troutman. Out high to Knott. Left side Eberhard. To Troutman in the left corner, now to Jenkins, left of the key, back to Troutman, fakes the three, steps inside the line to Eberhard in the left corner, out to Davis, left of the circle, Al on a drive, right side to Troutman for three, off the mark, and the rebound collected by Cyrilek of S&T. Quickly gets it to Miller, front court. Mark.
Just 25 seconds, and Rusty had a wide open three, just a little short.
Miller on the left side to Dulon Scott, kicks it down low to Holmes. Randy had it knocked away, got it back, put it up over Eberhard, and got it.
Boy, Adam had his hand on the ball too. Just didn't alter it enough.
Randy Holmes with the first basket of the game. Here's Troutman on the wing right. Rusty at the top. Gives to Davis into the foul circle. Out to Knott. Fakes the three. Left side to Eberhard. Here's a whistle down low. And a foul against S&T.
Trying to guard Rusty.
It'll be on Dulon Scott, his first foul. And already a substitution in. Taloy Simon replacing Scott. Simon also from Kitchener, Ontario. The other player, Miller, is also from Kitchener. So S&T went north of the border to get a couple of players. Here is Jenkins out front to Knott. Right side, Eberhard. Adam puts it on the deck to the right elbow. Passes underneath to Knott. George down low is in some trouble and is going to call a timeout. He was trapped there right along the baseline and calls a 30 with 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And it looked like S&T was ready for Knott down there on the baseline, Mark, because he's been scoring very well from there.
Yeah, but S&T is going to be tested. Can they guard us for 40 minutes like they have for the first minute and 20 seconds? Because they're going to have to, because Bellarmine never stops moving, and they didn't have to do that at Southern Indiana. We know how quick they shoot the ball. So they're going to get really tested today. We'll see what happens.
Mountjoy Chilton Medley CPAs and Advisors, offering a full range of accounting, audit, tax planning, and consulting services for businesses of all sizes, nonprofits, and individuals. As sponsor of Best Coverage, MCM is proud to donate a blanket to Blanket Louisville to help the area's needy during these cold months. 15 seconds to shoot. Troutman lobs it into Knott deep on the right. Out high to Jenkins, now left side to Davis. Down low to Eberhard to a cutting Davis. He got tripped. They get it out to Troutman. His three from the right of the circle. It goes.
He's been on fire since we got in the conference. He's not going to miss too many of those threes.
Rusty Troutman knocks it down, and Bellarmine has a 3-2 lead.
Good pass by George Knott that time.
Cyrilek throws it out front now to Miller. Miller on the right side to Simon. Simon to Zukov. His three from the right of the circle doesn't go, and Jenkins high in the air boards for Bellarmine. Here come the Knights. Jenkins right down the lane, underhand scoop, and he lays it in. Just had enough on it to have it trickle home, and the Knights in front 5-2. Right side to Holmes. Now out front, this is Cyrillic into the lane. The off-balance teardrop is not there, and Eberhard rebounds. And here comes Bellarmine. Eberhard a little bumping there with Holmes, no call. Troutman up front, now to Davis, right of the circle, right wing to Jenkins, out front to Knott, left side to Troutman. Troutman to Eberhard, mid-post on the left of the lane. He had it stripped, got it back, throws it out front, and it's a steal by Simon. Troutman trying to tip it away from him. Simon regains it, though, and has an easy layup.
Yeah, Adam just got caught in a spot he didn't like to be in and threw that one away.
Simon says, I'll take that, and it's 5-4 with Bellarmine up front by 1. Troutman at the top right, out front to Davis. Davis, stutter step dribble, and he is called for the carry. The Bellarmine bench looking a little quizzically at that, but Doug Davenport, I saw, was nodding his head in as if to agree with the call. Another sub in for S&T. This is Quinn Poitras from Jackson, Missouri, a 6'7" sophomore, averaging 5 a game. Here's Simon, a deep three from the left that is off the mark. War for the rebound, and a whistle and a foul, and it's going to be on Davis.
Yep. Now shaking his head, but he did. He had a hold of the arm.
So it'll be an inbounds play here for S&T. Somebody's got to take it out of bounds. That's the rule. Jawan Miller goes over there now finally to get it. And they come in with it to Zukov. Danilo retreats on the dribble. Needs some help with it. Now throws it out front there to Poitras. It's to Miller at the left of the circle. Left corner to Simon. His pass in the paint is batted around. It's loose on the deck. Retrieved by Holmes. Holmes goes into the lane, and he's called for steps. Tried to make that Euro step or maneuver step through there in the lane, and that time turned it over.
Al's off to a tough start. Getting a pretty good lecture from Coach Davenport. Not sure what that's about. Maybe not getting on the floor after that loose ball.
Jalen Myers comes in for S&T. It's going to be one of these type of games, I guess, from Jim Glass. He's going to change players
every dead ball.
Every second, it seems like. Here's a pass that Jenkins makes a good save on the left sideline. Gets it to Knott out front. Leaves it for Troutman. Bellarmine up 5-4. Davis at the foul line. Dumps it low. Intended for Eberhard. Batted away. And Myers comes up with it. Jalen front court. Out front to Zukov to the left of the lane. Into the left corner it goes. That's Simon. Now out to Zukov. His three is on the rim. Not there. And Eberhard right to the iron. Snatches the rebound for Bellarmine. Gets it ahead to Troutman. Rusty's pass right side to Knott. George out front to Eberhard. Eberhard fakes a pass right, drives it left to the elbow to a cutting Troutman. Rusty's layup is good. Looked like he got hit in the back.
Yeah, he's looking at the referee. I don't know how he got that one up to the rim.
7-4. Bellarmine by 3. 15:45 to play. Myers sideline right for S&T. Now to Zukov, left of the circle. Zukov at the high right. It goes to Holmes. He drives the lane. The runner is put in by Randy Holmes, who now has 4. And S&T back to within 1 at 7-6. Troutman front court for the Knights to Davis. Right wing, he swings it to Jenkins. Tyler fakes right and comes left to the right of the circle. Stops and fires on the rim. No, and Eberhard got inside to stick it back in.
Questionable shot for Tyler Jenkins that time, but Adam bails him out and tips it in.
9-6, Bellarmine by 3. Holmes out front to Myers. At the high left now to Zukov. Now back to Myers, or rather to Holmes on the right wing. He'll stop and shoot a deep three, and it's not there. Davis with the rebound for Bellarmine. Here come the Knights from left to right. Knott with it, deep on the right side. Needs some help. Out front, Eberhard. Bellarmine leads it 9-6. Jenkins at the off the circle left. Now to Troutman, his three, right side of the key, doesn't go. And an easy rebound for Taloy Simon of S&T. He comes to the left of the lane, left side to Holmes. Randy, out front it goes to Poitras. His three, ring it up.
Finally hit one. They've been shooting them up here pretty frequently.
Yeah,
5 of them so far.
Poitras, Mark, can shoot it from out there. 37% on the year. That was his 19th hit of the season. We're tied at 9. Jenkins into the lane. Out to Davis, fakes the three. Out front to Eberhard, right side to Jenkins. His three, count it. Tyler is due.
Yeah, Tyler needs a good game. He's lost a little confidence.
Over the last 4 games, he's just 4 out of 15 from the field coming into today.
Played a great second half Thursday against Drury, though. Needs a good half right here.
Porthos fakes the three. Left side to Myers. His three, count it. So Myers answers with a three. That makes it 12 all. 13:35 to play. We're in the first half here at Knights Hall. Jenkins' is three from the right side of the circle. In and out and back in again.
Same spot.
Tyler with a quick start of 8 points. 15-12 Bellarmine. And here is Simon with a three from the left side. He can't get it to go, and Troutman runs down the rebound. Gets it to Davis. The Knights have numbers. Davis left side. Jenkins has it. Goes baseline. Out to Davis. Out front Eberhard. His three-pointer. Count it! Oh, they're raining threes here now at Knights Hall. 18-12 Bellarmine.
Really passing the ball well. Al gets it down the floor so fast.
30-second timeout being called for here by Missouri S&T. And we will need a media timeout, so this is going to be extended to a full 12:57 to play. It is Bellarmine 18 and S&T 12. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
With Thornton's all-new mobile.
Men's basketball.
Passport Health Plans, proud to sponsor the Bellarmine Student Athletes Community Service Program, Knights in Action. Both Passport Health Plans and Bellarmine are dedicated to helping Kentuckians live healthier lives. For more information, go to passporthealthplan.com. Along with Mark Bugg, this is Doug Orme. And the Bellarmine Knights, Mark, are the leading field goal shooting team in the country. And they'll continue to be if they shoot 70%.
Not going to change when you're shooting 7 out of 10 early on here. First 7 minutes of the ball game.
S&T's not bad, 45.5, 5 out of 11. But Bellarmine's already knocked in 4 threes, 2 by Tyler Jenkins, who now has hit 28 for the year.
4 out of 6. Missouri S&T 2 out of 7.
Jawan Miller back in there, goes to Jalen Myers on the right wing for S&T. Loops a pass out high to Holmes. Randy right of the circle. Now to Miller. Left corner it goes. Porthos' three. Doesn't go. Alex Cook, who's checked in, along with Ben Wire, Brent Bach, and Jarek Coles, who has the ball. Cook got the rebound and got it knocked away from behind. Myers lost it. Coles there to pick it up for Bellarmine. They get it to Wire at the three-point line left side. Ben out front to Coles. Wide open for three. Off the mark, not there, and Holmes rebounds for S&T. Gets it to Dulon Scott, who's back in for the Miners. Holmes out top right at long range. High left to Miller. Left side, Porthos against Wire. Out front to Holmes. Randy the foul line. Left side, Miller. Left corner it goes. Porthos. His three is off the mark, and Brent Bach has the rebound for Bellarmine. He comes to the offensive end. Gets it to Coles, who juggles a pass on the left side, but regains to Wire, left of the lane. Ben holds it high over his head, looks to make his move, puts it on the deck. Nice pass underneath, and there is Bach for the layup. Look at Ben Wire make the play.
He was getting doubled from both sides, front and back, and just split them and then found Brent wide open underneath.
What I liked about that, Mark, was he took his time. He didn't rush the play.
He's getting better and better.
Miller left of the lane for S&T, nearly lost the dribble, gets it out to Holmes, left side of the circle, near the hash mark here on the left side. They dump it down low there to Dulon Scott against Troutman. A little bumping there. Dulon missed a 6-footer. Wire aggressively grabs the rebound, gives it to Coles. Here comes Coles right down the lane and lays it in.
Wow.
great speed. There is no substitute for that. Bellarmine by 10.
Jarek and Tyler both have a similar play, just quick.
22-12 Bellarmine. Miller at the top right for S&T. A pass on the right side it goes, and the Scott's elbow jumper from the right is not there. Cook collects the carom, gets it to Coles, right side to Troutman. Rusty dumps it in the paint, and it's knocked out of bounds. And it'll come back to Bellarmine, and that'll get us to another timeout with 10:46 to play in the first half. Tyler Jenkins off to a quick start with 8 points, and Bellarmine leads S&T 22-12. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Like Bellarmine basketball, Highland Insurance is a family. For over 30 years.
About sports. It's easy to find the sports content you care about, right? Wrong. We're not talking about the content overload you see every day. We're talking about the teams and athletes you truly care to follow. Your sons, daughters, friends, and neighbors, no matter their level of play, professional, college, high school, there's never been a way to find this sports coverage in one place, until now. StatSub covers the teams and athletes that have all the fans but none of the coverage. Visit statsub.com for more info.
In front of me, but they did win.
I didn't look at that score, and I had a fan tell me that out in the lobby earlier.
Here's a three from right down the well by Urban Sarilik, who was checked back in for S&T. 22-15, 7-point lead, Bellarmine. Wire at the top, gives it to Cook at the left of the circle. Underneath it goes to Jenkins. Tyler put it up and in, and he got fouled. Yes, and it will count, and Tyler Jenkins has 10 points, and he will look for 11 at the line.
Similar shot that he had Thursday that he didn't use the glass, and got a pretty good lecture about it. Used the glass today, and it hung on that rim forever and fell in.
The foul was against another new person in the lineup for S&T. Rokas Palaskis from Lithuania committed the foul, and Tyler Jenkins off to a great start. Scoring-wise, he missed the free throw, and the rebound was pulled down by Scott of S&T. Gets it out front to Juwan Miller, now to DeLon Scott at the high left, guarded by Coles. Off on the right side to Juwan Miller, fakes right, goes left, stops and jumps. It rims out, rebound Scott, back up and in. Good hustle there. Bellarmine didn't box him out.
Nope, that's 2 offensive rebounds now for S&T.
24-17, Knights by 7. Knott at the high left for Bellarmine, gives it to Coles. Davis is back in as well for the Knights. Jenkins handles it at the top right, gets it to Eberhard, right of the lane against Polaskis. Eberhard to the paint, turns, tries to dump it off. He does to Knott. Adam gets it back. Out high right to Coles. He drives against Scott. The underhand layup doesn't go. Polaskis with a rebound, but Eberhard came up with a steal for a moment, but in his effort to save it, threw it back to S&T. Here's Miller driving into the lane. Out high left it comes. Quickly S&T moves it around to Zukov. Left side it goes to Miller on the wing. 24-17 Bellarmine. Scott out front. Top right to Danilo Zukov. Zukov drives it against Jenkins. He fumbles it. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll come back to the Knights. And that'll bring Troutman back in the game, replacing Jarrett Coles for Bellarmine.
What do you think? This team better than Drury? S&T?
Moves the ball faster.
Yeah, they do. They might be better. Very deceiving record.
Here's Davis at the top left sideline to Troutman. There's Eberhard on the left baseline, and Adams fadeaway, a beauty from about 10 feet. He's got 7 now. 26-17.
Pretty deadly with that little 10-foot fadeaway baseline shot.
You know, Bellarmine just has so many weapons. Miller, right wing for S&T. Out high right, it goes there to Cyrillic. Left wing to Zukov. Now to Poslaskis on the left block against Eberhard. Turns into the lane. Right-hand hook doesn't go. Look at Hal Davis out-front Eberhard for that rebound. Adam takes the pass, shoots a three, straight on. It rims out that time, and Taloy Simon collects the rebound for S&T. Whips it front court to Zukov in the left corner. Out to Simon, off the circle left. Right side to Miller, off the circle right. Miller on the dribble to Zukov, right angle. Tries to go toward the basket and then shovel a pass out to Cyrillic, but Bellarmine stripped him, took the ball away. Davis to Eberhard, to Knott, left side to Troutman. Rusty out high to Jenkins, right side to Davis. 7:35 to play in a fast-moving first half. Bellarmine leading 26-17. Troutman on the left angle. Here's a lob. Eberhard, nice catch, and he put it in off the window.
Set play. They didn't have anything the first 10 seconds. Coach Davenport yelled out the name of that play and easily got a lob to Adam.
Poslaskis out high to Cyrillic. Into the right corner. It goes a three by Simon. He buried it. Taloy Simon now has 5 points, and S&T hanging around, trailing 28-20. 7 minutes to play, first half. Jenkins on the deep right angle, gets a screen from Knott. Tyler into the lane, out to Davis for his three. Count it!
Man, oh man. Bellarmine 5 out of 9 from the three.
Well, Davis has hit 29 of them. Bellarmine on the year shooting 43% from the three-point line. That's 5th in the country.
55 right now. 68 for the game.
31-20 Knights. Here's Miller into the lane. The running one-hander, good by Jawan Miller. His first bucket. 31-22, Bellarmine with the lead. Eberhard quickly front court right side. Now the Knights swing it to the left to Jenkins. Now Eberhard on the left baseline. Thought about a jumper. Nobody was there, so he drove for a layup.
Nobody picked him up. One dribble and a layup. Easy shot for Adam.
11 points for Eberhard. Bellarmine up 11 again, 33-22. 6:10 to play in the half. Zukov on the left wing to Cyrillic. He drives, flips it to Zukov. His three from the left of the circle, off the mark. Rebound front four. Eberhard has it. Simon tried to poke it away from him. Adam controls it. Long lead pass, batted down by Cyrillic. Knott saved it, then throws it into the backcourt to Eberhard, who thought he had committed a turnover.
He was already gone to play defense.
Yep, getting ready to erase his mistake, and Knott had erased it for him.
George bailed him out, but didn't work.
33-22, Bellarmine by 11 with 5:49 to play in the first half. Adam Eberhard with 11 points, Tyler Jenkins with 10 as the dance team entertains here on this break. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
When Bellarmine needs excellent travel planning, they call the experts at Knights Travel. Knights Travel, your full-service travel agency, conveniently located near campus at the corner of Bardstown and Taylorsville Road, has been serving the Louisville area for over 30 years.
Bellarmine men's basketball with Doug Orme and Mark Bugg.
S&T started the game 5 for 11, but they have hit just 4 of their last 11 shots from the field. Mark, what have you liked about the Knights defensively here?
Just controlling the boards right now. Bellarmine up 12-8 on the boards, and it's only allowed Missouri S&T 2 offensive rebounds, so that's a huge key.
S&T lost to USI the other night, 86-78. Made a big comeback. They were down 13 points and got it close. Here's a forced 3 there by Cyrillic. And Bellarmine got the easy rebound and a foul committed by Randy Holmes. That'll be his first foul. Alex Cook is back in along with Ben Wire. Jarrett Coles for Bellarmine. They're out there with Rusty Troutman and Al Davis. Troutman to Cook at the top of the circle. Alex to Wire, left to the key. Now to Coles, off the circle right to Davis. They get it low to Cook against Cyrillic. Alex whips it cross court to Wire, out to Davis, left to the key. Cook fakes right, goes left into the lane, left side Davis. Now to Troutman, right side it comes, they swing it to Coles. Low to Cook, now to Wire at the foul line, left side to Davis. 3 seconds to shoot, Wire a 10-footer from the lane, no. And the rebound to S&T. Bellarmine up against the clock that time, had to rush a shot, couldn't get it to go. Simon gets it out to Miller, top left. S&T works it around the perimeter. And here's a near takeaway by Coles as Jalen Myers, who's back in for S&T, tried to feed a pass from the right corner off to the left.
Jarek knew exactly where it was going. He just he couldn't keep his feet in bounds enough to save that one.
Troutman and Davis sit down. Jenkins is back in along with Bach for Bellarmine. 4:55 to play in the half. Jawan Miller looks to get it in. He does to Jalen Myers. Myers above the circle left side, guarded by Jenkins. Had it knocked away, but Holmes rescues it on the right sideline. Randy Holmes out front to Jalen Myers. A desperation 3, missed, and the rebound collected by Cook. S&T's percentage will continue to go down if they continue to pump it up from way out on the three-point side.
Down to 37% right now, only 28 from the 3.
Cook on the right sideline for Bellarmine, drives against Cyrillic. Alex nearly lost it, got it to Jenkins down the lane. He missed the layup. And Cyrillic with the rebound gets it to Miller. Right side it goes to Holmes. His 3 is not there. Offensive rebound, Scott, but a whistle and a foul called. It's on Bach of Bellarmine. That'll be his first foul, and we'll bring Quinn Poitras back into the game, replacing Urban Cyrillic for S&T. Miller from the baseline left gets it into Myers. His 16-footer doesn't go. Wire tips the rebound off to Cook. Alex outlets to Coles. Poked away by Miller, but right to Bach. They get it to Wire. Now out to Coles, top of the key. Coles on the high left to Brent Bach. Now to Jenkins. Tyler out front. Right side to Coles. Coles dribbles across the top all the way around to the left of the lane, and he's fouled there by Dulon Scott, who says, "Oh, you got to be kidding." And the official there, Bo Queen, says, "No, I'm not. That's a foul." And Scott picks up his second, and that will get us to our under 4-minute timeout. It comes with 3:49 to play in the half, and Bellarmine leading 33-22. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Back to Doug Orme and Mark Bugg.
If you're out and about today running some errands and you realize, oops, we don't have milk for breakfast, you might want to pick some up when you go by Thornton's, people's favorite place to stop when they're on the go. So Bellarmine has Troutman, Eberhard, Cook, Davis, and Bach on the floor right now. Miller, Poitras, Simon, Holmes, and Myers for S&T. The inbounds to Eberhard, now to Troutman, left side. Now there's Davis with it, right side of the circle, above the three-point line. To Troutman between the rings. Bach comes out there to take it. Now to Cook, left side. Alex nearly walked.
Yeah, he did.
Right side to Eberhard. Eberhard on the baseline. The pass whipped down low to Troutman, and Rusty got tangled up down there, and a foul called against Taloy Simon of S&T.
S&T coach thought Alex walked for sure.
That's the fifth foul against the Miners. Troutman to inbound from the baseline right side. Throws it way out deep to Cook at the high left. Alex puts it on the deck and now throws it out front there to Davis. Right side to Bach. Brent dribbles to the foul circle, gives to Troutman between the circles. Left side to Davis. Back to Troutman at the top. Rusty into the lane to Cook down low, and now out to Eberhard left of the circle. Got hit and got fouled. He knew he was going to draw contact, but I think they're going to say he was fouled before the shot. The foul is on Holmes, his second.
Just another.
Adam almost got three free throws out of it.
Another very smart play by Adam Eberhard.
So it's a sideline inbounds play. Troutman from the left side, and Bellarmine with a fresh shot clock as we near the 3-minute mark. Oh, Simon went in there and stripped Troutman, took it away from him, and the arrow gives it to S&T. That was a good defensive play by Simon. He just went in there and searched Troutman, came up with the ball.
Yep, Rusty was headed to the basket and
forgot something.
Yep.
Miller on the right side to Simon. Foul line extended right. Simon goes toward the baseline. Out it goes to Poitras. He fakes the three. Right side to Simon. Now down low to Holmes. Randy guarded by Cook. Throws it back out front now to Poitras. Quinn Poitras gives it to Juwan Miller. 7 seconds to shoot. Miller on the dribble against Davis. A step through. The off-balance runner is not there. Eberhard with the rebound. Eberhard got in trouble on the dribble on the handle, but got bailed out. He picked it up before the travel. Now Bellarmine attacks. 20 seconds to shoot. Davis right side of the circle, and now to Eberhard left of the key. Gives it to Bach. Brent to the right of the circle. Retreats. Now to Davis above the circle right side. To Troutman, right of the key. Back to Davis, fakes the three, moves to the foul line, tries to get it to Cook. Ball knocked away, a steal by Simon. Gives to Poitras. And now to Holmes, and here comes S&T. Miller, sideline right to Myers. Jalen Myers throws back to Juwan Miller, under 2 minutes to go in the half. Myers with it again on the right side, guarded by Bach. Myers comes across the top, out high left to Miller. Juwan to the top of the circle, right side to Myers with 5 seconds to shoot. The step back three is in and out, and Eberhard snatches the rebound away from his teammate Alex Cook. We've stayed at 33-22 since the 5:49 mark. That's when our media timeout was. Now Bellarmine with Bach, left side of the lane. Spins, goes up, gets hit, and will go to the line with 1:25 to play in the half.
They are guarding us. We're having trouble getting good looks.
Bach will go to the free throw line. The foul was against Myers, his third, and the team's seventh. And Bach, who's only missed one free throw all year, 13 out of 14, 93%. He's got 2 points. And hits this one, so he's got 3 now for the day. 34-22. That changes the digits on the scoreboard for the first time in about 400 minutes or so.
Well, Alex, I wish Alex would turn and make that shot in the baseline there. I mean, in the lane. He is so open. But he doesn't even look to shoot it. He just wants to pass the ball. We talked about that on the pregame show.
Yeah. Bach hit the second free throw and then leaves the game. Jenkins in to replace him. Do you think that's a move he'll definitely do next year?
Oh, yeah. Adam wouldn't make it last year either. He wouldn't shoot the ball.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes guys that extra few months. There's a pass deflected by Bellarmine out of bounds. S&T in possession. as Danilo Zukov comes back in, replacing Jalen Myers for Coach Jim Glash.
It's like Alex said. He said, that's not my role right now to shoot that shot, so I pass it.
Here's Zukov on the left side for S&T. Left corner to Simon. Open for a three. He got it.
Wow.
Troutman tripped as he came out to guard him and got slowed up, and Simon, unobstructed, knocked it in. 10-point lead, Bellarmine. I'm impressed by S&T.
Yep, very much.
Playing hard. Here's Davis, a shot from the right side, no good. Cook fights for it. Ball knocked out of bounds here near midcourt. Last touch by the Miners. They're scrappy, Mark.
They are. They are
playing aggressive. Not afraid.
I believe Coach Braden, he said that they came in here a little better than Drury, and I think they are.
I think they're more aggressive than Drury was.
Maybe don't shoot the ball quite as good as Drury, but that's maybe the only thing they don't do as well.
You know, when you play Bellarmine, you got to come aggressive, because if you don't, you'll get embarrassed. Here is Jenkins into the lane, and here's a foul against
Alex, moving screen.
Yep. As you say, one a game.
1 or 2 a game.
I'm trying to remember his explanation for that with you on the pregame.
He's not waiting long enough. He's setting the screen, and then he's moving before the actual play happens there at that point. He's moving.
A little confused on now as to when he should and when he shouldn't. Simons pass on the right side. It goes to Miller, and Cook blocks the shot, and Wire comes down with a rebound. Davis ends up with it in the left corner. Gets it to Wire. Now ahead to Davis. Al across the time stripe. And Bellarmine can almost hold for the last shot. Cook, though, erased his mistake there a moment ago.
Ben up there first, and Alex up there second, and got the hand on it.
Here's Davis working. Long range. Stops from the left of the lane. Missed the jumper. Rebound Simon. Gets it to Miller. Long lead pass. And Cyrillic fumbles it out of bounds. And the half comes to an end. And Bellarmine leading 35-25, and they hold S&T to only 3 points over the last 6 minutes of play. Felton Spencer joins us here. We were just saying, I know you just got the headset on. You held S&T to only 3 points the last 5:50 of the first half, and of course Bellarmine wasn't scoring either basically for a long time. How did you see the first half though defensively for the Knights?
We did a really good job defensively in the first half. We got them to take some tough shots with a hand in their face. And we did a really good job boxing out, going to get the rebound, trying to keep them off the boards.
They are playing very aggressively, very hard defensively. What do you try to do here at halftime to try to get your offense more maybe in tune here?
Well, we got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. We had some silly turnovers out there where we just made bad passes.
8 of them.
We got to be stronger with the basketball. We know they're a slap down team. They're going to be grabbing and reaching, and we know that. We knew that coming in. So we've got to be stronger with the basketball and just be patient, move, run our offense, and we'll get the shots we want.
On the plus side, Tyler, who's been struggling a little bit of late, came out, scored 10 in the first half, a couple of threes.
Tyler was great for us in first. He really got the momentum going for us. It seemed like at the beginning, both teams were struggling a little bit to get the ball to go in, but we found our niche. We got a couple good stops in a row down here, and we're able to put the ball in the bucket. So it's going to be a dogfight. They're not going to quit on us, but we knew that, and we're going to just keep working, and our offense will take care of the rest of it.
All right, thank you, Felton. We appreciate it. Felton Spencer there with the halftime comments, the Bellarmine assistant basketball coach, one of them. And we will come back and begin our halftime. We'll take a look at the stats, and we'll do that in just a moment. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
This is 970 AM, The Answer, WGTK, Louisville. Online at 970amtheanswer.com.
Like Bellarmine basketball, Highland Insurance is a family. For over 30 years, Highland Insurance has taken care of the Louisville community with high-quality auto, home, business, and life insurance. BU alums
Insurance Halftime Show. Better coverage, better rates, free pizza. Highland Insurance.
We're back here at halftime at Knights Hall. Bellarmine leading Missouri S&T 35-25, and right now the women's team is holding the pink jerseys that they wore during their game today with S&T, which they won, by the way, by the final of 78-66, and they are with people who are battling breast cancer, and they are representing families whose people have been affected, unfortunately, by that disease, and it's a nice moment here at Knights Hall. Our guest, to me, he's always mayor for life. Jerry Abramson is here with us, and now you are back in Louisville and actually at Bellarmine.
I am back in Louisville.
And you got some fancy title here. Now, what is that?
I'm executive in residence.
And what does that mean? That means you live here.
That means that I live here. That means that I'm teaching classes. I'll have my own classes come this fall. But what I'm doing right now, and in fact, I had a PhD class this morning. I'm guest lecturing around the campus, filling in where I can, and I'm hopeful of being able to create an institute this summer that'll bring city council presidents from around the country, as well as urban county executives from around the country, to Bellarmine to study trends, to work on issues that are important to them. And we're doing it in conjunction with their national association, the National League of Cities and the National Association of Counties. So Bellarmine will have an opportunity to really expand the brand of Bellarmine around the nation when we're bringing in city council presidents and county executives.
I know you would not trade your time in Washington for anything, but you've got to be glad to be back home.
You know, 2.5 years in the White House. I worked in the West Wing, and there's only about 43 of us that are in the West Wing, and it was, you know, I'd walk in that front door, that Marine would snap to attention, open the door, I'd pinch myself and say, little kid from Seneca High School walking in here each and every day. My office was above the Oval, so I was really engaged as assistant to the president for state and local government. Worked with the mayors, worked with governors, county officials. But I want to tell you, 2.5 years away from your hometown, away from your wife, although I try to get home once a month or so, I really missed it. I mean, I really miss home. It was great, but it's great to be home. And great to be back at Bellarmine.
Speaking of missing, we sure miss Dr. McGowan, don't we?
Yeah, you know, I'm sitting up there and I'm thinking, you know, Jay would be yelling and screaming, and they missed a couple of the referees, obvious calls. Jay would have been on his feet yelling and screaming. Maureen had been there doing the same, and really do miss him.
So you're just taking his spot yelling and screaming.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm trying. He was a special man, and this university, everywhere you look, everywhere you go, you just realize what he meant to Bellarmine University.
When you teach class, are you going to be an easy grader?
No, man, I'm tough. 6 years ago I taught for a year, and I taught a course in leadership, and I taught a course in metropolitan communities and the issues facing their future. And the students said I was a little – in fact, my son at the time was going to school here.
Oh, boy.
And he told me, he said, the guys are saying you ought to back off a little bit, Dad. They're a little tough on this crowd.
I hate your dad when he's in class.
But I tell you, the students are great. They're really committed here at the university. And the fact that the classes are so small really gives you that intimate, nurturing opportunity to engage with the young men and women. And I'm excited about being able to do it again.
I know you talked basketball a lot with the former president, didn't you?
You know, he really, I mean, he did watch ESPN a lot. I think the current president watches other shows, but he watched ESPN, and he really was into basketball. And when we brought up the NBA champs when they won, when we brought up the NCAA champs each year, I mean, he was in his element, and he could discuss the statistics around winning teams. Same thing, though, when I was the president of the mayors, I had dinner one night, my wife and I, with the Clintons. And Bill Clinton literally followed Arkansas basketball.
Right.
And at the time, he was focused on the upcoming UK-Arkansas Southeastern Conference game. And he was rattling off all sorts of statistics, names of could you defend against this one, could you defend against that one. But President Obama was definitely a basketball. He had a basketball court in the backyard.
Well, speaking of great students and all, you've seen this Bellarmine team play now twice this year. You've seen Bellarmine over the years. What do you think about this squad?
I think it's very impressive. The kid in the middle, the 6'8" kid, is the real deal.
Adam Eberhard.
Yeah, he really has good moves to the basket, but got a sweet, soft touch. The way they pass the ball around, I like this freshman kid from Male High School, Alex Cook. He's good. And the guard play, Scotty really has some guards that handle the ball well and see the open man as they're passing. So Scotty is that passing coach. The fundamentals are the name of the game at Bellarmine under Scotty, and you can see it with bounce passes and constant movement. Even though once in a while you see a moving screen.
What happen?
Once in a while.
Every now and then they overpass.
And every now and then there's one extra pass that never should have been taken.
You can't get Scotty to say that, but they do overpass a few times.
We appreciate you coming by. It's great to have you back, and we'll see you at a lot of games, I'm sure.
I will be here for sure. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, that's Jerry Abramson right there, who, of course, is now back in Louisville, and will be doing some teaching here at Bellarmine University. We'll come back here in just a moment. We'll continue from Knights Hall. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
About sports. It's easy to find the sports content you care about, right? Wrong. We're not talking about the content overload you see every day. We're talking about the teams and athletes you truly care to follow. Your sons, daughters, friends, and neighbors, no matter their level of play, professional, college, high school, there's never been a way to find this sports coverage in one place, until now. StatSub covers the teams and athletes that have all the fans but none of the coverage. Visit statsub.com for more info.
Now, back to courtside for Bellarmine men's basketball.
Mount Joy Chilton Medley CPAs and Advisors, offering a full range of accounting, audit, tax planning, and consulting services for businesses of all sizes, nonprofits, and individuals. As sponsor of Best Coverage, MCM proud to donate a blanket to Blanket Louisville to help the areas needy during these cold months. Bellarmine leading Missouri S&T 35-25 at halftime. We'll get you set for the start of the second half after this brief timeout. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Molly Malone's in St. Matthews is open daily, serving lunch until 3 with a full dinner menu until 11. We offer
for second half action of Bellarmine Knights men's basketball with Doug Orme and Mark Bugg.
Bellarmine has won 37 in a row here at Knights Hall, and they're 20 minutes away from 38. They've got the ball, leading by 10 against Missouri S&T, who has battled hard today against the 8th-ranked Knights. Troutman with it for the Bellarmine team, and they got it to Eberhardt, had it stripped away. Zukov comes up with it. It goes up and misses the layup. Rebound, DeLon Scott. Eberhardt blocks the shot and commits a foul. So a tough sequence for Eberhardt. He had the ball stripped, thought he maybe was fouled on the offensive end, then he goes down the other end and commits a foul.
Oh, looks like a pretty decent block. Yeah, tough 20-second start. This team's not going to quit. They were down double digits to Southern Indiana Thursday and got it back to a 2-point game with a minute and a half to go. So
Scott rolls in the first free throw. Yeah, in fact, they were down by 13 with 11:36 to go, and they cut it to 1 with 4:05 left. Just couldn't quite get to the front there against the Eagles. Free throw, perfect by Scott. He's got 4 points, and it's 35-27.
Only been 5 free throw shot. Bellarmine shot 3, and that's first 2 for us S&T.
Troutman way on the top right for the Knights. dressed in the white, trim with the burgundy. Now they go to Davis on the left side, to Eberhard, top of the circle. Adam down the lane, the underhand drive, and layup is good.
That was pretty. Had a guy flying at him, too. He just kind of ducked under him, and Adam on a great move.
13 points, Adam Eberhard. Bellarmine back out in front by 10 once again. Scott on the angle right. Now to Miller off the circle left, goes to the baseline. Out to Cyrilek against Eberhard. Fakes the three to Miller left side. Goes away from a screen from Cyrilek. Cyrilek pick and pop, a deep three, swish. Urban Cyrilek from way downtown has 6 points, 2 threes, and it's 37-30. Knights by 7. Here is Jenkins at the top left for Bellarmine. Tyler with 10 points in the first half to Davis on the left wing. Out front, Troutman. Now Jenkins at the top right against Zukov. Eberhard comes out to take it. A pass in the lane to Troutman. Feeds Jenkins on the right side. Steps inside the three-point line. Missed the shot. It's all S&T underneath. Holmes with the rebound. Gives to Juwan Miller. Miller, right side. It goes to Scott. Dulon starts into the lane. Had it stripped away. Jenkins up with a loose ball. Gets it to Troutman. Little bumping there with Cyrilek. No call. Scott Davenport wanted it. Didn't get it. Now a pass in, and he'll get the foul call as Knott was flashing through the lane. And the foul against Randy Holmes. That'll be his third.
Coach Stanmore yelling at the ref, and the other coach yelling, how can that happen?
Jim Glash not happy with the call against his team. Here's Jenkins for Bellarmine, top right to Knott, now to Davis, down low to Eberhard, fumbled it away, Knott trying to save it back in, couldn't do it. Bellarmine turns it over again.
Boy.
Mark, they had 8 turnovers at the half, and Bellarmine only averages about 13 a game.
Tells you a little bit about the quickness S&T has.
And the aggressive style that in which they play. Here's Miller working on Tyler Jenkins, long range, right side. They get it to Holmes. He drives, and he's fouled by Eberhard. No, correction, they say Jenkins. Boy, I thought Adam maybe got him that time.
I think it was either or.
Yeah, that would have been 2 on Eberhard. That's 1 on Tyler. 37-30. Bellarmine leads it. Chuckling a little bit at the sarcasm of Coach Davenport. Free throw by Holmes is good. Randy now with 5 points.
Rusty was getting bumped, but Rusty, he likes to.
He embellishes a little bit.
He was kind of leaning into getting that bump.
Free throw by Holmes is off the back of the rim, and Rylick got it right out to Zukov. Tipped it right back out front. 37-31, S&T trailing by 6 with the ball. Dulon Scott to Randy Holmes, left of the circle. Holmes at long range, throws it out front to Zukov. Right side to Scott. Scott right wing to Cyrilek, to Zukov. Goes inside the three-point line right side. Bellarmine knocked it away. Davis comes up with it. Gets it to Troutman. Rusty drives and scores. Powerful drive.
Avoided the foul.
Bellarmine up 8, 39-31. Cyrilek open for 3 on the rim. No, and Eberhard snatches the rebound for Bellarmine. Gives to Davis. Knights on the run. Davis foul line, left wing to Jenkins. Dropped the ball. I think he might have unloaded a 3 then.
Yeah, not a good pass there by Al.
That was low. And here's a whistle, and I think they've got Zukov with the foul. That'll be his first. And that's 2 against S&T. Bellarmine brings in, like hockey again, a whole new line change. Ramser, Wire, Cook, Bach, and Coles replace the starting 5 for the Knights. And Quinn Porthras comes in replacing Urban Cyrilek for S&T. Bellarmine quickly gets it to Cook. Alex in the lane, can't get the shot to go. But he is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
There's that shot. There's that shot I like. He very seldom takes it, but took it that time, just couldn't get it to roll in for him.
Porthras with the foul, and that's 3 already on S&T, and Cook on the line. And he hits it. His first point today. Alex has only missed 4 free throws the whole year. Taloy Simon back in, replacing Dulon Scott.
Hadn't shot his patented three-point shot yet today either.
Oh, that's coming. Cook's free throw, perfect.
Ben Wire hadn't shot a 3 yet today either.
That's coming.
Okay.
41-31. I think it's in the rules. That's part of the offense. Here's Miller, out high left to Simon. Back to Miller, deep on the right side. Miller throws it out high down to Porthos. He goes to Jalen Myers, who's checked in, starts his drive, and a blocking foul called against Bellarmine. It's on Ramser, and he commits his first foul. That's 3 on Bellarmine.
50-50 call. Just went against Mr. Ramser on that one.
Myers will go to the line. He's hit a 3-point basket in the first half today. We'll have a couple here. And the first is good. I mentioned Bo Queen, one of the officials working today. His partners are Chris Fuller and Terry Coldiron. Jalen Myers getting ready for his second free throw. It's there, so he's got 5 points today. 41-33. S&T back to within 8. Coles angling across the stripe towards the left. Now stops just inside the midcourt line. Hands it to Bach, coming from left to right out towards the middle. Sideline right, they go to Ramser. A screen from Wire. Out front to Coles. Right side to Ramser. Daniel to the foul line. Now to Bach out front. Left wing to Coles. They get it to Wire. Posting mid-post, left side. Whoops a pass out front to Coles. 4 seconds to shoot. Jarek starts into the corner. Right side to Cook for a 3. Rims out of there, and the rebound collected by Porthos. Well, I didn't say he'd make it.
Yeah, there was his 3.
Didn't say he'd make it.
Looked good all the way.
There's a drive by Miller. Oh, watch the shot. Must have got him low with the body. Looked like the hand had ball. Miller commits, or rather Cook commits his second foul. That brings us to a timeout. 15:55 to play here in the ball game, and Bellarmine leads Missouri S&T 41-33. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Back to Bellarmine men's basketball with Doug Orme and Mark Bug.
15:55 to play. Bellarmine leading Missouri S&T 41-33. Junior Patrick Whalen of William Jewell was the conference's player of the week this past week. He averaged 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists in victories by William Jewell over Maryville and Missouri St. Louis. Whalen missed only 12 shots. He was 21 of 33 from the field in those 2 games. Juwan Miller is on the free throw line here for Missouri S&T, and he hits the first one, so he's got 3 points. He's second in the conference in steals, Miller is. Third in assists. Good all-around ball handler. Missed the second free throw, and Wire right there to yank down the rebound for Bellarmine. Gives it to Coles. Comes to the front court to Ramser with it. Right wing, out front to Wire. Out now to Bach. High right to Coles. Out front to Cook. Fake the 3. Ramser above the circle, left side. Now to Bach out front. Gives to Coles, top left. 10 seconds to shoot. Jarek all the way out near midcourt. Gets a screen from Wire. Now rumbles down the lane to the rack. He scores, and he is fouled. Boy, Coles made up his mind right there and went right to the hole, Mark.
His first step is so quick. And his second, third step's not bad either.
The foul is against Quinn Porthos, who could not stay in front of Jarek Coles. There comes another hockey line change for Bellarmine. Eberhard, Troutman, Davis, all back in.
Second 5 did a pretty good job the couple minutes they were in there.
Part of them still in there, Cook and Coles.
Yep.
Jarek on the line, and the free throw is no good. The rebound collected by Holmes of S&T. 43-34, Bellarmine leads it. Juwan Miller at the top of the circle on the dribble. Left side to Porthos. Back to Miller on the sideline left, guarded by Coles. Miller splits a double team on the dribble, needs help now, will stop and shoot, missed it, and Troutman rebounds it, gets it to Coles. Knight's running, Coles left side to Davis, underneath to Eberhard, fakes and lays it in.
Great pass.
No wonder he shoots 58%.
Great break there, led by Jarrett Coles. Got it to Al. Al got it to Adam underneath for the layup.
Adam just finds a spot to get open, and his teammates find him. Pothras at the top, passes underneath, and it's out of bounds off the hands of Taloy Simon. And Bellarmine with an 11-point advantage, 45-34, will get it back off the turnover.
It's only 6 turnovers for S&T. They've done a great job taking care of the ball.
Randy Holmes, Dulon Scott back in for S&T. Urban Cyrillic is also back in. Got to watch him. He's a very good three-point shooter. Tyler Jenkins is checked back in for Bellarmine. So the starters are in there. Sands not. Cook is still in. Here is a drive by Eberhard, and naturally they foul him because they can't stay in front of him right now. Cyrillic committed the foul, his first, 5th on the team. Mark, 9 fouls have been called here in the first 5.5 minutes.
Yeah,
here.
what was called the first half, 6, I think, 6 or 7 total.
Here's the alley out of bounds, and Cook just flushed it with both hands. They called Cook for a delay of game
for slapping the ball,
but he doesn't care about that.
Yeah, whatever.
He slammed it down with both hands.
Get more goofy rules.
47-34. Bellarmine with the lead. Simon goes baseline left, gets it out to Cyrillic, deep left sideline. Now they work it around to Pothras. His three-point shot partially blocked. Went right to Scott though underneath.
Yeah,
and
Alex
he put it in.
Alex didn't see it. He didn't. He was too busy trying to get position. Didn't see the ball flight.
Yeah, he turned his back there to box out and didn't see, as Mark said, where the ball was headed. Here is Davis for Bellarmine. Out front to Cook. Alex on a drive against Cyrillic. Takes it to the rack. Can't get it to go. And the long rebound comes out to Miller. Runs it over the time stripe. Out to Pothras. His 3 from the left side. Counted. That's his second 3, and it's 47-39. S&T hanging around, down by 8 with 13:38 to go.
I thought S&T slapped the board on Alex layup, but apparently not.
There's Troutman right wing, out front to Eberhard. Out high left to Jenkins, out front to Davis, fakes the 3. At the top of the circle, leaves it for Troutman. Rusty into the foul circle, his pass deflected out of bounds by Pothras. 6 seconds to shoot for Bellarmine.
Well, Rusty's really had a tough time getting shots today.
Here is Danilo Zukov back in for S&T. He has scored 10 points today.
Yeah, it's only shot 5 times.
Yeah, he had only 2 in this half, 2 points. Davis out front to Troutman, fakes, needs help. Now to Eberhard, his 3 on the rim. No, was he fouled?
Yep.
I think so. By Cyrillic. That'll be his second foul. And Eberhard, I think he was behind the line. I think they're going to give him 3.
Should be.
Yep. Adam Eberhard, an 88.7% foul shooter. Chance to, nope, I was going to say hit his average here if he can make them all, but he missed the first one. 47-39, Bellarmine, 8-point lead. Eberhard hits the second. So he is 1 out of 2 today, 16 points. Averages 17.7 to be exact. And hits the second free throw, so he went 2 for 3. And it's 49-39, Bellarmine by 10. Zukov front court for S&T. High left to Cyrillic. Back out front, Zukov. Right side, they swing it to Pothras. Down in the right corner to Simon. Back to Pothras in the right corner. Eberhard comes to cover him up. Back out Simon. He drives into the lane. Off balance. Put it up. No good. S&T wanted a foul. They have a good case. Bellarmine with the rebound. Cook has it to Davis in the lane. Al stops. Little indecisive. Now to Jenkins. Left side to a cutting Troutman from Eberhard. Missed the layup. And Cyrillic with the rebound.
And no foul.
Gives it now to Scott. And now Cyrillic gets a bad pass intercepted by Davis. Goes to the layup. Missed it. Wow. And he is fouled from behind. Scott Davenport wanted Davis.
He absolutely grabbed Al. as soon as Al stole the ball, I don't know who it was, one of the S&T players just grabbed him.
Scott committed the foul underneath. Davis will get some free throws here, and it's the third foul on Scott and the 7th against S&T. In the first half, there were a total of, try to find my stat sheet here.
Fouls, there was
10.
10, yeah, there's 4-2 there. There was some fouls there late in the
Davis misses the free throw. He'll get another one. There have already been 11 called here in this half.
And should have been more already than 11.
Both ways.
Yeah. There's our warning. That's good. Just what we needed was a warning.
You know, if they would say, okay, you're warned and now we're going to take 3 points off the board, you know, that'd be one thing.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Davis getting ready for his second free throw, and he hit that one, so Al with 4 points. 50-39 Bellarmine. The Knights lead the conference and are third in the country in free throw percentage at nearly 81%. They lead here by 11 as we near the 12-minute mark. Juwan Miller, right side of the circle, pass on the left side to Holmes. He drives, pretty underhand left-handed scoop. Randy Holmes now with 7.
Oh, he did. That was pretty. Went by 3 of our players.
50-41, Bellarmine with a 9-point lead. Here's Troutman off the foul line extended right. Out to Cook. He's 3 from the right of the circle. Ring it up.
There it is. It's one a game.
Alex has scored 7 points, all in this half, 53-41. Miller on the right side to Zukov for S&T. Into the right corner it goes. That is Poitras. Leaves it back for Zukov, but Davis is right there to snatch it.
There's a foul.
And there's a foul in the backcourt against S&T. And that'll be on Poitras. And that'll be his 3rd foul, and that gets us to a timeout with 11:36 to go. Bellarmine leading scrappy Missouri S&T 53-41 here at Knights Hall. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
I love your wall color. Oh, thank you. I got it at Lanning Paints. They are Louisville's only local.
Orme and Mark Bug.
A little bit later on, we'll have the Burkhead Heating and Cooling Hot Player of the Game for you. That'll be as part of our post-game programming. Bellarmine leading Missouri S&T here 53-41. Alex Cook has scored 7 points here in the first 8.5 minutes or so of the second half mark. And as we both have noticed during the course of the year, he and Ben Wire just continuing to improve, and they're going to have to if Bellarmine wants to make that deep run.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And I mean, they're largely responsible for Bellarmine being on this run that they're on right now. I mean, because they just keep getting better and better, and they've got good size inside, and they both shoot the ball well. And, I mean, you just it's going to be great to watch them for 3 more years to see how much better they do get.
Al Davis hits the first free throw. He's got 5 points. Bellarmine a little bit off in their free throw shooting today, now 8 for 12 on the afternoon, but plenty of time to ring the bell here in the last 11.5 minutes and fatten the average. Davis hit the second one. He's got 6 points. Brent Bach replaces Al Davis for Bellarmine. And here comes S&T, down now by 14. Miners won't quit, though. Here's Simon in at the free throw line. Out front to Holmes. His step back from the left of the circle, challenged by Cook. Left it short, and Eberhard with the rebound to Bach. Front court, left side to Cook. Out front, Eberhard, right of the circle, Troutman. Open for 3. No. Eberhard saves the possession, gives it to Troutman driving the lane. Can't score, but he is fouled. And that'll go against Taloy Simon.
It's a good look Rusty had there, and well, the bench was even up clapping for it. Got hit the rim, but didn't go. And Adam with a great rebound and didn't hit Rusty flying down the lane again.
Simon with his second foul. That's 9 whistled against S&T, and Troutman leaves the first free throw short. Troutman, 86.6% on the year, hits that one. So he's got 11 points now, and Bellarmine has their biggest lead, 15 points, 9 minutes in here to the second half. Zukov left of the circle, protects the ball away from a reaching Coles, gets it out to Holmes, top of the key. Now back to Zukov at the top, left of the circle to Cyrillic. Good three-point shooter. Left wing now Simon working on Troutman at long range. 9 seconds to shoot, and Cyrillic from deep from the left hammers down a three, and it's 56-44 Bellarmine.
Adam left him to help and then got back, and that was a way out. That was way out there, 28, 29 feet.
Cyrillic is a no help off guy, though. I think you got to hug up on him no matter where he is, although you just don't think he can make it from that far out. Here's Troutman above the arc, left side against Simon. Rusty spins. Now to Cook. His three right of the circle. Back of the rim. No. Eberhard tips it out to Bach. And Eberhard responsible for another save possession. Troutman, top of the circle. Left side Eberhard faking. Works on Cyrillic. Underneath to Cook. Reverse layup. Put it up and in.
Great pass, Adam. Great maneuvering there for Alex to get that in.
Cook now with 9 points here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. 58-44, and now a steal as Miller's pass stolen by Troutman. Bellarmine looking to pull away now if they can at the midway point of the half. Here's Coles to the right of the lane, out front to Bach, or rather Eberhard. Now to Cook on the left side, out front Troutman. Rusty straight on three, back of the rim. Cook fights for it, tips it, and last touch by S&T. It'll be Bellarmine's ball. Ben Wire and George Knott coming in. So is Al Davis. Alex Cook will leave the game. So does Jarrett Coles. S&T has Jalen Myers back in. Here's Davis taking the inbounds pass on the right side. Needs some help. Gives it back to Troutman deep on the right sideline. They swing it around to the left to Wire. Out front Knott. Now Davis to Troutman, right of the lane. Rusty faces up. Fade away, right of the lane. Little bumping there. Got no call. And the shot short. Myers comes down with it for S&T. Myers, left side to Scott. Back out front to Myers. Right side they go now to Holmes. Got away from Wire. Step back shot is good. It's a 2 by Randy Holmes.
Pretty good D by Ben. Just
got faked out a little bit on the jab step, and Myers able to make him pay. Here's Troutman whipping it low to Davis on the left block. Nice pass underneath, intended for Bach, but it's knocked away in a steal by S&T's Jalen Myers. They can cut it to 10 here with a two-pointer. Here's Cyrillic down the right of the lane. His fadeaway is off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Knott. He was too close that time, Cyrillic. Here's Davis. Nice pass underneath to Wire. Ben goes up stalling and lays it in for his first 2 points of the day.
Great assist, Al Davis that time, leading the break.
8:25 to go. Bellarmine by 14. Left side to Myers. Guarded by Bach. He dribbles out across the top. Midway between the circles. Picks up the dribble. Gives it to Cyrillic. Guarded by Wire. Hands to Miller with Davis checking him. Now to Holmes. Randy drives, underhand layup on the rim and in. He scores again. Holmes a strong driver.
Yeah, he's made 2 great moves in there.
He scored 7 in this half for S&T, keeping them in it. 60-48 Bellarmine. 7:52 to go. Bach along the right sideline for the Knights. Drives, puts it up, and can't get it to go. But Myers commits the foul for S&T, and when we come back, Brent Bach will be at the free throw line. 7:48 remaining. Bellarmine sparked by the play of Alex Cook here in the second half, who has scored 9 points for the Knights. Bellarmine leading 12 by 12, 60-48. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Hello, Bellarmine family. This is George Zubbs, former Bellarmine Knight.
To courtside for Bellarmine men's basketball.
During the postgame, we'll have the stats courtesy of Pat's Steakhouse. We're not the best because we're the oldest. We're the oldest because we're the best. Visit patsteakhouse.com for more information. Mark, S&T started the day 5 of 11 from the field. Since then, they're just 12 out of 33. So Bellarmine's defense has been pretty good.
Yeah, just can't put them away. They're shooting 38%, and Bellarmine's shooting 55%, but Bellarmine just been hanging around this 10, 12, 14-point lead the entire half.
Brent Bach hits the first free throw. Brent now with 5 points. Bach is shooting 64% field goal shooting in conference play this year. His next free throw is good, and he's made 17 of 18 free throws on the year, 62-48.
It looks like he could close his eyes and make those shots. He's so pure.
He would win at the county fair every year. Here's a drive by Scott, and Eberhard stood in there to take the charge, and the foul is against S&T. I think it's on Scott.
S&T coach complaining he was inside the arc, which he may have been. He definitely took a hard knock in there, though.
Correction, the foul is on Holmes, not Scott.
Correction, the foul number 5.
Nope, I was right the first time. I should trust myself, shouldn't I? Holmes has 3 fouls now, and Scott does have 4.
Had him kind of holding his neck.
Yeah, his head might have hit the floor when he went down there, Mark. I saw him reach there in that scrum.
He doesn't get hurt, though. It's like Braden Hobbs. They don't get hurt.
Here is Jenkins to Eberhard at the top of the circle. Pass on the right side to Bach. Brent to the right of the lane. Lost it for a moment, but Davis there to scoop it up out near midcourt. 7 seconds to shoot. Davis will need to create something here. Al at the top dribbling around. Leaves it there to Eberhard. His 3 left of the circle. No good. And the rebound run down by Holmes of S&T with 7 minutes to play. The Miners.
S&T is just relentless.
Miners need to make a run, and a shot missed by Holmes. Here is Bellarmine attacking. Bach is right underneath the basket, had a shot but didn't know it, and then turns it over. Scott comes up with a loose ball for S&T, drives, and he's fouled by Eberhard. Boy, Brent Bach.
Yeah, he didn't know it. He got it too late.
Was that the problem?
That's the only time you could get it to him, though, but it was just too late, and then he didn't realize how open he was.
Yeah. You wanted to just say shoot, but he
all of a sudden he had
ended up turning it over. He's thinking about that now as he looks at the clock, which says 6:43 remaining. Dulon Scott is on the line, fouled there by Eberhard. Adam now has committed 2, and Scott hit the first free throw, so he's got 7. 62-49. I'm impressed by S&T. They are a scrappy ball club. Free throw up and good by Scott. He's got 8 points, 62-50.
Yeah, I don't understand how their record is this.
Yeah, it's hard to figure with teams sometimes. You just don't know, without being there. Here's a pass underneath for Bach, and he's bodied out of bounds by Myers. Jenkins trying to throw a lead pass diagonally, Mark, from top right to low left.
Little alley-oop for Brent Bach.
Myers commits his 3rd.
Who threw that? Tyler Jenkins threw that pass?
Yes.
He's kind of smiling. You need a little bit more air under it.
Bach at the line. Mr. Automatic hits now 5 in a row, and he's got 7 points. Brent's high this year tied his career high with 16 in the Florida Southern game way back early in the year. His last 5 games from the field, 71%. 10 out of 14, and that includes 5 of 8 from the three-point line, and he strips the strings again with his free throw, 6 in a row for Bach.
His grandmother probably listening in. She was here Thursday night, came over to visit us.
Yep, said she would not be here today, but we say hi to Grandma in Augusta.
And all the people sitting around the table listening.
Yep. Here's Taloy Simon on the left wing for S&T. The Miners down 14. Poitras and now Miller on the right side for S&T. Out high left to Holmes. Randy steps through on the drive and lost the ball. But was he fouled? I think so.
I think he was fouled before Adam took another charge in there.
Foul was on Alex Cook, who's back in there for Bellarmine. That's his 3rd. And now they say 2 for him, so I must have given somebody else one of his. Here's the inbounds to Jalen Myers, a three, in and out, and Cook rebounds for Bellarmine. Gives it to Coles, and Jarek now leaves it to a trailing Davis. To Cook, left of the circle. They look in at Eberhard, can't find him. Now out front to Tyler Jenkins, 6 minutes to play. Jenkins working out front with Myers, nearly stripped him. Tyler goes back and gets it.
They won't quit.
Needs some help, and now they throw it away, Bellarmine does. That was disaster almost from the get-go for Jenkins. Here's Myers driving. Here's step-through drive. Missed the layup. Bellarmine dodges one. Coles with a rebound. Gives it to Jenkins, or rather to Davis. And Al down the lane. Missed the layup and is fouled.
Al switched hands that time. A nice move. Just couldn't get it to bounce in.
Simon commits his third foul. And Al Davis, who is hit 3 of 4 from the line. And he'll have a pair here.
S&T experts at the Euro step, aren't they?
Yes.
My goodness.
They're all Manu Ginobili fans. He is unbelievable at that for the Spurs. But you wouldn't know that because you don't watch NBA games.
Spurs, what league's that?
Davis hit the free throw. They are fun to watch. You ought to watch the Spurs because they play like Bellarmine.
Do they?
Pass the ball around.
I have watched them some back when they had Duncan still play?
No, he's retired, Mark.
Okay.
Free throw missed by Davis. Rebound fought for, knocked around, right to Eberhard. Oh, the one-footer. And what do we have? A foul.
Could have been a three-point play, and Adam blew the bunny.
A foul against S&T.
Mom giving him some encouragement over there as he looks at her.
And Coach Glass says we had inside position. How can he foul from behind? He may have a point. The foul is against Holmes. That's his fourth foul, and here's Eberhard on the line. And Adam.
He's still upset he missed that shot.
He's 3 of 4 from the line. He's got 18 points.
Easiest shot he's had in his Bellarmine career, and he missed it.
Eberhard hit the second one, 67-50. The Knights stretch it to 17. Miller's pass deflected by Coles out of bounds, and Jim Glass is staring daggers at Terry Coldiron. Now he's going to go work on Bo Queen down along the baseline. Chris Fuller on the other side is glad that he's over there. Right side to Simon. They looking at Holmes. Simon into the right corner, out to Holmes, right of the lane now as he's above the three-point line. Out front it comes to Poitras. Poitras right elbow. Now low to Holmes right side, back to Simon, 5 seconds to shoot. Poitras knows it. He goes to the hole, tries to dish it. It's out of bounds. And is that a shot clock violation or just going to be a new possession?
I don't think they're even aware of the shot clock yet.
All of the Bellarmine players are patting their heads, which is the signal for that. They say put 1 second on the shot clock.
I think it went off of Alex Cook's leg down there.
Now Miller will inbound, and S&T has got 1 second to shoot here. 5:01 to play in the game. We are set. He comes in with it to Myers. He got it off, and now the shot clock violation comes. That's almost impossible there when there's 1 second left unless you tip it right in front of the rim.
Yep.
All right, Bellarmine's ball. Ben Wire, right sideline to Troutman.
Got to get Ben a three. Hadn't fired a three yet today.
Out front to Coles. Coles now working. Right side Troutman. He'll fire a three. Spins out of there. And the rebound collected by Myers. Jalen runs it over the time stripe for the Miners. Now to Poitras above the three-point line at the top. Back to Myers to Poitras. Open for a moment. Doesn't shoot it. Right side Simon. He uncorks from three and hits it. That's his second three of the game. And a timeout called for by S&T. They want a 30-second timeout here, but they extend it to a full. So that's what we'll do. We'll step aside. Bellarmine leading Missouri S&T with 4:28 to go. 67-53. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
About sports. It's easy to find the sports content you care about, right? Wrong. We're not talking about the content overload you see every day. We're talking about the teams and athletes you truly care to follow. Your sons, daughters, friends, and neighbors. No matter their level of play, professional, college, high school, there's never been a way to find this sports coverage in one place. Until now. StatSub covers the teams and athletes that have all the fans but none of the coverage. Visit statsub.com for more info.
back to Bellarmine men's basketball with Doug Orme and Mark Bugg.
Some young ladies behind us in the first row, Mark, up in the second section, dancing with the dance team here. Look to be about 7-8 years of age. They were having a good time here at Knights Hall, and why wouldn't you, to see one of the best teams in Division II college basketball. They lead it here by 14 points as we get ready to hit the stretch run of this game. Wire out front for the Knights. They give it to Cook. Alex passes to Troutman right of the circle. Rusty now delivers to Coles out front. Jarek hippity hop to the left of the lane. Now underneath the wire. Ben fakes, goes up and powers it in. Mr. Inside today. He hasn't been Mr. Outside
Good
yet.
pass, Jarek Coles.
69-53. Simon deep on the right wing. He drives it inside. In traffic, shot blocked. I think Coles got that one. Simon gets it back, though. Finds Myers open for a three. Left side, and he hit it.
Wow. Yes, Coles. Big-time block there and was taken off with it, just lost control.
69-56, Knights by 13. Cook between the circles, top left to Troutman. To a cutting Coles down the lane with a left hand, he scores. 71-56 Bellarmine, 3:25 left. Myers deep on the left sideline, comes to the left of the circle, in the left corner to Holmes. Randy behind the back, fakes Cook. Alex got up in the air but didn't foul. Now out front, Myers with it, drives into the paint. Shot up over Cook, not there, and Wire rebounds for Bellarmine. Gives to Jarek Coles as we near the 3-minute mark. Cook, left side to Troutman. Wire posting, the pass intercepted by Holmes. Troutman threw that away, and Rusty back tips it, takes it away from him, and goes out of bounds, and it'll be S&T's ball when we come back. 2:55 left. That'll get us to our final timeout. Come back for the finish, won't you? Bellarmine 71, Missouri S&T 56. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Dr.
Bellarmine leading 71-56. It's S&T's ball. Miller looking to get it in. And they get it to Zukov. Now out front to Poitras. Left side to Miller, guarded by Davis. Miller into the lane, and Davis, I think, fouled him that time on the drive. That's his second foul.
17 assists, 24 baskets. Bellarmine hadn't talked about that much today, but it just becomes so it's just a broken record the way this team passes the ball.
S&T just 14 of 41 marks since the 5 of 11 start. Miller at the line, way short. He's tired.
Way short, way left.
Miller with 3 points today. Couldn't cash there, 71-56. Cook out front for the Knights. Gives it to Wire at the top. A whistle, and that's away from the ball.
What you notice that Ben caught that ball 3-point line, and he had a guy right in his face. So it's
the foul is on Scott, and he fouled out with 2:35 left. And he leaves with 8 points. Well, that's to be expected, Mark.
It's not a secret anymore that Ben can shoot the three.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Teams will obviously spot this.
It's taken him a while.
Ben Wire has hit 23 threes on the season. He's like the horse coming up on the outside trying to get to the team lead there. Troutman leads. Rusty He's got 33 threes on the year. Ben missed the first, 6 games with that foot injury.
Mm-hmm.
Troutman on the line for Bellarmine. Hit the first free throw, so Rusty with a dozen points. Now number 14 on the all-time Bellarmine scoring list.
Only 18 for 26 for Bellarmine. They've missed some free throws today.
He hit it again, 13 points for Troutman. Rusty now with 1,480 points in his career, knocking on that 1,500 door now. Here's Simon driving into the lane. Bellarmine up 17, 73-56. Simon a three from the left side of the circle. It's no good, and Wire grabs the rebound. Ben's done a good job on the boards today. Season high of 6 rebounds in the Martin Methodist game. He's approaching that, I think.
Got 6 right now, yeah.
That's what I'd like to see him improve on. He was only averaging a little less than 2 per game.
He's getting what's coming to him now. He's still not getting many out of his area.
Here's a pass underneath. It got deflected away from Davis, and Al right there to scoop it up and put it in for his 9th point. Bellarmine up 75-66 as they hit for their 38th straight victory here at Knights Hall. Simon right side, and here's a three by Zukov, way off, and Davis with an air ball rebound for Bellarmine. The thing about that streak, Mark, only 5 games have been decided by fewer than 10 points.
Yeah.
They win by about an average of 20 per game. 19.9 to be exact. A minute 20 to go.
We'll take that.
Here is Davis working down the left of the lane. Good pass underneath, and Jenkins right there for the easy layup. Tyler
just quickly got behind, silently got behind his man's back, and Al found him.
And a timeout being called for by S&T. 30-second timeout with 1:05 remaining, just to get some other players into the game. They extended actually to a full. So we will step aside and then return. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
With Thornton's all-new mobile app, you can get great rewards while you're on the go. Find Thornton's locations near you. Search the lowest gas prices in town. Snacks, fresh food, and more.
Now, back to courtside for Bellarmine men's basketball.
Bellarmine brings new players into the game today. Right now, Ramser, Hunter, and Caleb Taylor in for the Knights. And S&T has some new personnel as well. Brooks Garrity to Simon. Back on the right sideline to Omar Aksu. Aksu to Simon at the top right. 8 seconds to shoot. Simon to Aksu above the circle. 5 seconds left. Omer to the basket. Throws a pass off the hands of Garrity on the left side, and it'll come back to the Knights.
So on a day when the great Jim Sherfrance would have turned 72 years old, Bellarmine comes away with a win. Also, I want to say Willie Sherfrance's mom's also his birthday today. So
wow,
we won't talk about her age, but she's not 72.
No, I would think not. Ramser out front to Davis. 15 seconds for the Knights to shoot. Let's see if they can get Caleb something here. He's got it now in the right corner. Caleb Taylor out to Davis. Davis drives now to block his three from the left of the circle, right down the middle.
He can almost make those with his eyes closed, too. He's so accurate.
He's got 11 points, does the Augusta Rifle. 80-56 Bellarmine. Here's a three by Garrity. He knocks it in from the right of the circle for Missouri S&T. And Davis doesn't even have to cross half court. Bellarmine wins it by 21. 80-59 is the final score. So Bellarmine for the 14th time, Mark, 20 wins on the season.
Yep.
But their goals are much bigger than that, of course. But still quite an accomplishment. 9 straight seasons of 20-win-plus seasons for Bellarmine.
Just got a text in from one of our listeners talking about Knights Hall Dynasty. So it seems to be that's what it is right now.
Well, the streak is up to 38 straight. And as I mentioned, 5 games have been decided by less than 10 points during that streak. The closest game this year, Mark, was against Rockhurst when the Knights won by 9. I think we're going to visit with Adam Eberhard here for just a moment. Let him get comfortable here after this victory by the Knights. Adam, congratulations.
Thank you.
38 straight now here at Knights Hall. I don't know if it's magic. It's magic when you guys pass and shoot the way you do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Wouldn't imagine any other way. You know, we see teams play the way they do compared to the way we play, and you know, sometimes you scratch your head, but you know, this is the way we love to play. It's fun, and you know, we get results.
And just think how nice it would have been if you'd made that 1-footer in there.
Hey, I'm already kicking myself about it. I don't need you.
I know you are.
Missouri S&T, I was impressed with. They were very scrappy. They were very aggressive today, more aggressive than I thought Drury was the other night. And to play against Bellarmine, you have to be aggressive because you guys will make people look bad if you don't. But what were your thoughts on their play today?
Well, that's one way you look at it, and you know, we see lots of different styles of defense, and Drury and S&T are similar. But S&T, you know, they're a real slap-down team, and you know, depending on the way you look at it, you know, that's kind of what we love because you know, we're driving in and the defense is collapsing on us. Well, we're just going to pass it out to the open guy. So you know, whichever way you look at it, you know, we're going to love it anyway. So we were successful today.
Well, that's what it takes to be successful, to be a versatile team. They started 5 of 11 from the field. From that point on, they were just 15 out of 44. You held them to 36% shooting. Talk about your defense today and what made that so effective today.
Yeah, I mean, I think we learned from the Drury game. They hit some tough shots, but it's kind of been the way it's been all year. And that's our goal was to keep them in the 30s in the percentage. We achieved that goal, and it's just coming together and playing 5 guys all together. You know, that's how it's done. We've done it all year, and we've had a lot of success. We'll continue to do that.
2 big road games coming up. Keep it going.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. We appreciate it. Adam Eberhard with another solid performance today for the Bellarmine Knights as they win today 80-59 over Missouri S&T. Well, we will sort out all of the papers that we've got here and then come back and run down the post-game programming with you. That, of course, will include our interview with Scott Davenport on the New Yale Coaches Show, the Burkhead Heating and Cooling Hot Player of the Game, all of that to follow as we continue from Knights Hall in a moment. This is Bellarmine Basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.